Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on our nation's foundations, primarily its economic foundations. We're making 8 gold per month now. Oh, that was interesting. Sometimes when you click here while it's loading, and then you tab out and you come back in, it never registered that you unclicked. Like this. Beautiful. I'm not clicking right now. Gotta love it. Okay, well that's irrelevant. We're making about 8 gold per month, and we're building this mine and this farming settlement. I believe we were working on a second farming settlement, and we just converted to Buddhist as well. So we're going to need to start doing religious conversions. That's going to be very important. But our primary concern right now is absolutely working on our economy. So we're going to get another farming settlement done here soon. Prominence and popularity. Okay, I don't really think we need rivals right now. This guy fled. Okay, sure. And there is a civil war brewing here. So, we need to take... Hello, pause menu. We need to take a look at this. It's almost entirely this guy. We'll just give him free hands. Work complete. Fantastic. We knew that there was going to be internal turmoil when we converted to Buddhist, so it's going to take some time to get that all assimilated in, right? So this mine is finishing up right now, and on the next month tick, we're going to have enough to build, I believe, our final farming settlement, correct? We'll find out here on the month tick. Yes, our final farming settlement. Cool. So that'll be good. We've got untiring devotion here. Actually, this guy just died of overwork. Cool. And we just gained 3 stability. That's a very good thing. We definitely need more stability. Our stability is low, and we're working on that. We do have an unassigned title, and this family is considered scorned right now. Okay, so let's see if we can offer anybody from scorned family. Is there an option here to sort by scorned family? No, but I think that there's an icon. Yeah. So we're going to put this guy in. He's not necessarily the best job, but that makes that family he's not necessarily the best fit for the job, but that makes that family no longer be scorned. So that'll be good. Now, in our capital, I definitely do want to work towards getting our citizens up, right? Citizens and nobility. A Lankan citizen appears... Where is this? So this is here in this city. We'll get 2 citizens. Beautiful. So that'll be fine. Always good to get more pops. So we'll need to get this converted over, right? So we're at 32 out of 189. That is because we just converted over to Buddhist. No shockers here. And we're currently converting culture here, cultural assimilation. We're probably here going to switch over to religious conversion. Yes, pop conversion speed plus 3.9. Okay, so we'll definitely do that. We're on religious conversion here now, and I do want to take a look at the pop info here. 4.65%, 4.71. That's pretty good. So the reason that this is so high right now is because of the culture, right? Spreading our faith makes it easier to assimilate pops into the country's dominant culture. And here, we want to switch this over to religious conversion as well, which we can actually do right now. So consider that done. Our farming settlement was just finished here. So at this point, we pretty much need to spam out the slave estates, I think. I want to check in our macro builder. Yeah. Pretty much the slave estates is what we're going to need. Okay, so that'll be good. Once those are done, and there's going to be a number of those, once those are done, we can start developing our cities. Which we have some cities. But I don't think we're really going to want to make more cities than what we have. I feel like we're pretty decent on that front. So yeah, this is cloth here. So this would reduce it down to 12 slaves to produce an extra cloth. Taxes. Surely no one would notice. Do we care about this guy's loyalty? Or rather popularity? I don't think so. But would the stability actually be better for us here than 15% taxes? The majority of our income is from commerce. I think the stability is actually more useful. So we need to bring our stability back up towards 50, right? That's absolutely something that needs to happen. So that should be okay. We'll go ahead and do that. Looks good. So what are we working towards over here? So we're going to need like state investments, which is going to be 80 political influence each. Unless we get a free investment between now and then. That's going to be a lot, but we need an investment in both of these. We just had a son. That's fine. Yes, we absolutely accept this offer. Cool. So that should put us back up over 8 income per month, in theory. Fort maintenance is currently low. We could, in theory, ditch this fort. I think that this fort is vaguely important. It'd be better if it was here, right? But this is a settlement, and for now we have that as a farming settlement, and that'll do. So that's reasonably fine. We have enough gold to build a slave estate, and we should do so. I mean, this is deeply unhelpful here, for sure. But let's go ahead and start building these slave estates. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Yeah, it's going to take a while. No doubt about that. But we're just going to slowly increase our income with this. The slave estates aren't necessarily going to be the best thing for increasing our income, but they will ultimately be useful. Hello, what's this? 0.32? Done. Sounds good. Isn't there an option to just accept all trade? I think so. Economy. Trade overview. Accept all trades. Done. Cool. So we can call down an omen here. National commerce income. Done. Fantastic. Okay, so we're making 8.25 monthly right now. I want to... losing 5 stability, gaining 3 stability, gaining 6 stability here. We'll take the 3 stability. The reason being, I don't want to lose omen power, and I don't want to have the guy that was going to be disloyal. I don't want him to be disloyal. So that'll be fine. Our stability is up to 34. We need it to get to 50. Eventually. Omen power, plus 1%. And we got an innovation. So what do we want to grab here? Seems like we were working on civic advances, making our way down towards, like, state harbor fees. Indeed. Civic provincial investment cost would be nice, but I think Pythagorean mathematics will be the best to go for here. Build cost reduction into state harbor fees on the next advance. So that looks good. Beautiful. Obviously, we need to work on developing our capital, right? 5% additional tax there and a building slot wouldn't be terrible. 5 pop cap as well. So academies are a little bit more expensive than libraries, right? But I do think that building academies here makes sense. We have a bad research ratio, so that does actually make a lot of sense there. 20 gold. Done. We'll definitely take the 20 gold. Do we build here over building slave estates? That's the question that I have right now. I think the answer to that is, for the time being, yes. Because this will give us a total of 10% additional tax here. Granted, our tax income isn't super high. So that does bear noting. take the tyranny, thanks. Let's go ahead and build this academy. I think we'll get that underway. So that'll get us up to 2 of 7. And we need to get this up to 5. Eventually, we're going to need more building slots. 1 for every 10 pops in the city. Noted. We are going to need more pops here. No shockers there. So do we think that we can fight these guys at this point? I want to check in on our military here. Okay, this is basically the same. They're in a defensive league with Chira. These guys here. So we'd end up having to fight both of them, and I think the answer to that is not yet. We'll get there. Okay, so that seems good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of split our income here. And we're going to try to always be constructing one of these settlement buildings. They take a while to construct. So then our other gold is going to be going into our main city here, where I do want to be generating research. So I think that'll be fine. We built an academy here. We're going to get another academy going. I want to get up to 3. And that means that our desired ratios here... where do we actually see our desired ratios? I'm pretty sure we can see them somewhere, but I've forgotten. Okay, there's a martial advance. Cool. And we do need a title assigned. No scorned families, so we're just going to go with the guy who's best for the job. That's this fine gentleman here. We immediately grab state harbor fees to boost up our commerce income. Beautiful. So on the month tick, this will update. This murder happened, yes. Sure. We consider him guilty. Cool. So 9.41 is our current monthly balance. That's not too bad. We're going to have our slave estate finishing up quite soon, so we should probably build a second slave estate if we do want to have one of these building at all times. That'll be the next goal here. Yeah, we're not quite going to have enough to get one going, so that's what we'll wait on for now. Hello, we can afford a military tradition. So we can go for Indian Kingdom traditions here. Archers and chariot cost. 4 free province investments. Compared to this, which would give us 4 innovations. I mean, that's almost more valuable than the levy size multiplier. Almost. This gives us a bunch of freemen. Okay. Fascinating. I wish there was an option here to hide the locked tradition trees, but unfortunately there isn't. I think... What do we get for state investments? 10 stability and tech investment for quite a long time. So that will work us towards getting more innovations. What I'm leaning towards is that we take this for the province investments. That will work us towards getting more innovations because we're getting the tech investment. And that will allow us to finish up our, let's see, building slots is probably what we're going to go for here. There we go. That'll allow us to finish up this mission. Do we go for building slots here? Or more pop cap? I don't know how much we actually care about building slots down over this way. Let's go for pop caps over this way. So that'll get that all done. And we're still going to have 2 province investments. Cool. That looks good. So we're going to get... Actually, there's our oratory tech advancing right there. So we could reduce our monthly wages for characters. We are spending 2.56 right now on wages. So reducing that by 5% is not bad. Cool. Local tax plus 30% or population growth. I will always choose the population growth. Thank you. April of 471. Okay. So a little bit until our next tech finishes up. But that's looking fine. So at this point, we definitely do want to get our next slave estate going as soon as our finances tick in. Here on this month tick. There we go. And where are we going to build this? It kind of doesn't matter. I'm going to go with Gampola. Cool. The Magadha Empire, huh? Running around over this way. Okay, they're just going from the side to side of their empire. Sure. We're reasonably friends with the Magadha Empire, right? Different culture group. Fair enough. I'm hoping that they head out over this way and start moving into the Seleucid Empire. We'll see how that ends up going. For the time being, there's a lot of buffer between us, so I'm not too concerned about that. There's our state investments done. Fantastic. So we'll get 10 stability and those investment benefits for 300 months. That's a lot of months. No doubt about that. So economically, at this point, all we need to do is get population in our capital and build up to 10 buildings there. Cool. So we need 60 pop cap here. 2.5%. We definitely are going to need additional pop cap here, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I think over here we are going to ultimately go with the city building slots. That's all of our provincial investments, free provincial investments done. Pop cap, yep. And city building slots, yes. That's all great. So next we're going to come up over here. We could build an aqueduct to bring us up to 60 population capacity. I think that is probably the way to go here. Since we need 60 population in this city. That is what I'm leaning towards. Okay, how are we doing on our conversions? That's making progress. That's more than double what it was. We're still at a third. But it is converting over at a reasonable rate. Fantastic. So PopCap just went up by 1% due to our oratory advances there. Let's see. Population happiness, capital import routes, export value plus 10%. Done. We're making a lot of money from exports, and we're going to keep focusing on that. So 7.44 and 8.12. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. So we're continuing to work on our slave estates here. I do think our next construction is definitely an aqueduct. But I want to see, we're still at 54 here. Okay. So now 55. Civilization value is going to continue to increase. So I think one aqueduct will get us to 59, and then between civilization value, oratory advancements, things like that, that should bring us up to 60 with just an aqueduct. So we'll get that aqueduct built. Excellent. And now we are, of course, going to save up for another slave estate. So that will be done soon enough. And our slave estates are going to continue to give us additional exports. No doubt about that. We're going to need to find an inn over here. But until we're done developing our economy, or close to done developing our economy, I don't want to do too much else there. Pretender support? Sure. That's fine. We do need to work on our research ratio. We're currently at 64.79, so that's not too bad. Actually, our research ratio just went away. So we should be okay on that front. And yeah, this is now 56, so we're going to be okay. We're going to be completely fine on our our pop cap limit. That's the term I'm looking for. Fantastic. Untiring devotion. 3 stability. Cool. We are up over even stability now, so that's great. We're gaining a little bit of population growth, but more importantly, that 2% research points and population happiness. Let's check in again on our conversions. 75. That's going quickly. Cool. It's going to take a while longer, but it's definitely making good, solid progress. Our next construction is likely to be another slave estate. Cool. And we're going to need to find pops for all of this eventually, right? But pop growth is a thing. It's just, you're usually better off importing pops by force, shall we say. That's usually how that ends up working, because this is going to take a while. No doubt about that. Is this an annual or a monthly number? I think this is a monthly number. Annual would be insane, right? If this was the annual number. Pretty sure that's monthly. So that's all fine. How are we doing religiously? We're 49% Buddhist here and 23% Buddhist here. So we definitely need to work on that. Our trade agreement has yielded a splendid return on investment. So they're going to have a noble and a citizen moving to our territory. Do it. Absolutely. We love it. They'll get converted over eventually. They'll get assimilated in. And that should be fine. So our next step, of course, is to build a slave estate. And we will build that kind of anywhere. We'll go ahead and build it here. Cool. So that's underway. We are almost up to 10 gold per month. And that's great. In this city, how are we doing on our... Okay. We have 6 nobles here and 8 citizens. Happiness is looking good. But yeah, our research output here is doing reasonably fine. We can see we're making solid progress on our research advances. We're definitely going to continue to make our way through this economic portion over here. We really do need to work on that, no doubt about that. And this is really more the, like, societal advances. We're probably not going to do too much there, although slaves needed for surplus is a good thing to get. That's for sure. Pop migration speed. That's okay, too. Settlement building costs. Oh, my. Or building slots, rather. That's a fairly big deal. So making our way down this side is probably going to be huge. We only need one of these two, so we would almost certainly go this direction, skipping the cultural judiciary for now. Yeah, almost certainly. And then if we look down over this way, manpower benefits, sure, that's all well and good. For right now, we're not too concerned about that. So I think our plan is to make our way down towards, like, embracing philosophy here. Making our way down this tree towards trade ports and embracing philosophy. And then we would just beeline down over here towards urban planning and rural planning. That would be the idea. Cool. So that seems to be a decent plan there. Our slave estate is basically done. I do want to construct an additional academy here as soon as we can. So that'll be, what, 2 months? Yes, 2 months for this academy. Okay, sounds good. We will definitely get that queued up as soon as that next month tick comes in. We need another 2 gold. Imagine if we weren't paying these wages. It's fine. So we're going to get this queued up right now. There we go. We're at 4 of 8. Of course, we're going to need to get to 10 building slots here. So we'll get there as our pop comes up. That's not a concern. Excellent. We're going to continue to pump out the research here. What is our current research efficiency? 85.8. Okay. Yeah, and the maximum efficiency can't be higher than 1.25. So we definitely need to bring up our research efficiency a little bit more. Are we ahead of time right now? Does this even have an ahead of time modifier? It does. We are 25 years ahead of time, apparently. Oh my. Well, I'm not sure how real that actually is. Is this saying it's going to add 25 years to how long it takes to finish it? Or that we're 25 years ahead of time? Regardless, it doesn't really matter. We're going to bring up our research efficiency to 125%, and that'll be fine. Veterans are moving on. Cool. And that is fine. So next up, we're going to call down an omen, and that will definitely be, I mean, research points would be potentially interesting, but I think the commerce income is still more useful at this moment. We'll probably switch over eventually. But yeah, our commerce income is definitely increasing. The unfortunate thing about these slave estates is that they don't, like, increase the number of slaves, really. We'll just have to get slaves from war and such. But that'll be fine. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to work on finishing up this particular... Okay, 45 population. That's going to require a little work. But we're going to work on finishing up this particular set of the tree over here. Maybe even going into Tamil turbulence. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Emlahan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. That is not the button I was looking for. Let's try this one. Oh yeah.